Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and a shimmering lake, there was a small, unassuming lantern named Lila. Lila was not like the grand lanterns in the town square or the elaborate chandeliers in the castle. She was a simple, modest lantern that hung on the porch of an old, cozy cottage. Despite her small size, Lila had a warm and steady light that offered comfort to those who passed by. Every evening, she would shine brightly, guiding travelers safely through the night. But Lila had always dreamed of doing something grand and adventurous, something that would make her more than just a comforting glow. One fateful night, as the village prepared for the annual festival of lights, a great storm rolled in from the mountains. Thunder rumbled, lightning cracked, and the wind howled through the trees. The villagers, worried about the storm, hurried to secure their homes and gather in the town hall for safety. In the midst of the chaos, a young girl named Elsie realized that the town's main source of light, the giant lantern that hung above the festival square, had gone dark. Without its light, the festival would be ruined, and the village's lantern parade, which was the highlight of the festival, would not be able to proceed. The festival was not only a celebration but a crucial event that brought the community together and lifted everyone's spirits, especially during difficult times. Elsie, determined to save the festival, ran to the old cottage where Lila hung. "Please, Lila," she pleaded, "we need your light to guide us through this storm and save the festival. Will you help us?" Lila's heart fluttered with excitement and fear. This was the grand adventure she had always dreamed of, but it was also a daunting challenge. With a deep breath, Lila agreed. Elsie carefully took Lila down from the porch and carried her through the storm, braving the howling wind and driving rain. As they approached the festival square, the storm raged on. The giant lantern that was supposed to light up the festival had been damaged by the storm, and the square was engulfed in darkness. The villagers huddled together, their faces anxious and worried. Elsie set Lila down on a sturdy pedestal in the center of the square. With a flick of her match, Lila's gentle light burst forth, cutting through the darkness and illuminating the square with a warm, golden glow. At first, the villagers were surprised to see such a small lantern providing the only light in the square. But as they gathered around Lila, they were filled with hope and cheer. The light from Lila's lantern spread through the square, and soon, the villagers began to light their own lanterns, creating a beautiful sea of shimmering lights. The festival continued with even greater joy than before. The lantern parade was more magical than ever, and the storm, though still raging, seemed to have lessened its intensity as if in awe of the village's resilience. Lila's light brought the community together, and their spirits were lifted by the warmth and hope she provided. By the end of the night, the storm had passed, and the first light of dawn began to break through the clouds. The villagers celebrated the successful festival and praised Lila for her bravery and determination. Though small in size, Lila had shown that even the tiniest light could make a big difference in the darkest of times. From that day on, Lila was no longer just a simple lantern, she was a symbol of courage and hope for the village. Her light continued to shine brightly every night, reminding everyone that even in the midst of challenges, a little bit of light and a lot of bravery could bring about the most extraordinary of changes. And so, the village thrived, and Lila's legend became a cherished story passed down through generations, a reminder that every light, no matter how small, has the power to make a big difference in the world. The end.